Hello YouTube, this is Caden Beats here again, and as I promised, I'm doing a deck profile over something other than Twilight. This is actually one of the original decks that I created when I started to get back into Yu-Gi-Oh! And thanks to Photon Shockwave, when it came out, there has been a lot of support for this deck made, and it is a Watt deck. And I'm gonna jump in and get started right away. And this is the main card, the key player to this deck, 3 Watt Hopper. Great card. There's a thing called the Watt Lock or Hopper Lock, and what it does basically is if I have 2 or 3 of these on the field, you cannot target any of my watts, and you cannot select them as attack targets. So, say if I have these guys on the field, plus a Watt Pheasant and a Watt Giraffe, just keep it direct attacking until I finish game. And I got a lot of ways to get him out as quickly as possible. So he's great. The special summoner of the deck, 3 Watt Dragonfly. Great card. Love him. This is the searcher of the deck. 3 Watt Cobra when he attacks directly. Successfully, I get to go into my deck and add a Watt monster from my deck back to my hand, and he's a 1000 beater. Great card. Always run 3. And he's one of the support cards that came out in Photon Shockwave. Next, I decided to keep back a deck profile of this deck until I got 3 of these guys. But I finally got 3 Watt Giraffe. Great card. He's the main beater of the deck. When he attacks directly, your opponent cannot activate any spells, traps, monster effects, or any card effects at all. They can't even special summon until the end phase of this turn, so it's a great card. Just a beautiful, amazing card. And for the rest, and to finish off the direct attackers, is a 3 Watt Pheasant. Personally, a lot of people hate on this card, but I really like him because he just sets up for so many different things. You attack directly, you get to banish an opponent's face-up monster from play until the end phase of this turn. So if you have like a big giant beater on the field, like say like a Thunder King or anything, and your opponent only has 1 monster on the field, you attack directly with him, then you can attack directly again with freaking Thunder King. So it's a great card overall. Now, this is what I'm going into the tuners now, and I think basically this is a stun card in my opinion, because Watt Fox is, besides Watt Hopper, in my opinion, he's the 3rd best, because once he's destroyed by battle or by an opponent's monster or by an opponent's card effect, they cannot special summon, they can't activate any effects whatsoever, no spells, no traps, no nothing for the rest of the turn. Beautiful card. Love him. I highly recommend always running 3. And for the last, Watt Beatrix. Not really much to say about him. I guess there's a play with the Watt Pheasant. Attack directly with Watt Pheasant, and it kind of acts as Spirit Reaper once it inflicts battle damage. Once it inflicts battle damage, I get to randomly discard 1 card from my opponent's hand. So that's a little 1-2 combo, I guess, but it's hard to pull him off. I just use him for the 3-star tuner to help get out Watt Hydra. Yeah. Next, 2 Thunder King stuns the opponent, and it's a good 1900 beater, and it's also a Thunderlight. And it keeps my opponent thinking about this deck. If I play him first turn, they can't really expect what my deck is. So, just a great card overall. Should be ran in almost any deck, depending on the deck, but great card nonetheless. And the last 2 monsters, Watt Squirrel. Best out of the 3 double attackers in this archetype, besides Watt Woodpecker and Watt Mole. This guy is the best out of the 3 because once any monster that he battles, their effects negated even when they're sent to the graveyard. An amazing card. Love it, love it, love it. Say if once again, this is me going back to me hating on inzektors. If this does anything, if this, like, say if my opponent magically has like a hornet on the field or something, I don't know, just kill it. Its effects are negated. So if you try to Dragonfly, then equipped Hornet with Dragonfly, then get rid of Hornet, it won't do anything. It doesn't destroy any of my monsters. Great card. Love him. And this is a mixture of like a Watt Hopper deck slash Solidarity Watt. I run 3 Solidarity because since the highest attack for any of the normal Watt monsters, until Watt Dragon comes out in the next booster pack, the highest attack is 1200 out of the non-synchro Watt monsters. So yeah, this just adds a lot of power to the deck. Most of the time I'm going to have a freaking Watt monster in the graveyard. It's a Thunder, so have this on the field and just rape everything. Great. This is the thing that, and this is the special summoning part of the deck to get out Watt Hopper, do some bullcrap combinations with Watt Cobra. First of all, that's to get out Watt Hopper. 1 for 1, great card. Then 3 Photon Lead also came out with a Photon Shockwave. Great card for this deck because it just throws everything. Say if I have a freaking 2 Watt Hoppers in my hand and have like a couple of different more Watts in the hand, and I have 2 of these, oh boy, I got the lock first turn. There's just a lot of, this is a great card for this deck, and it's a quick spell, so I can just activate it basically whenever I freaking want. The last one chains the effects of Watt Dragonfly and 1 for 1 Photon Lead, Monster Reborn. For no Reckless Summon, gets out everything faster. It can target basically any of my Watt monsters because they're less than 1500 attack. Then you got your staples: Heavy Storm, Dark Hole, Book of Moon, well, and Monster Reborn. Going into the traps, 2 Wabaku, keeps my monsters alive, installs. Then 2 Watt Cancel. This is a solemn warning for the Watts. The main difference is I have to, instead of paying 2,000 life points, I get rid of a Watt monster from my hand. That's it. Great card. And 2 Starlight Road. I don't run Stardust in the extra deck for obvious reasons with the Solidarity, but this keeps my Watts on the field. It's added protection when I have that Watt lockout because people like to do Dark Hole or Torrential Tribute. And for the last of the traps, it's going to be Mirror Force, add more protection. Extra deck, I only have 4 cards. 2 Chimera, and then 2 Hydra. The golden sack, the golden sarcophagus of the deck, and Chimera, the best of the 2 synchros in my opinion, especially when I have Thunder King, because there's a lock with him. Attack directly, send randomly 1 card from my opponent's top of the from his hand to top of the deck, and if I have Thunder King on the field, he can't search or add any other cards. So basically, they're stuck drawing that same card over and over. Great card. And that's all I have for you guys. Comment below, subscribe, and check out my other videos. Alright, Getting Beats signing out.